every story is that of struggle and sacrifice. Not every story is emotional rags to riches. Some stories are free-flowing and therefore go with the flow. Matisha Patirana's journey in cricket is one such. He could have become a musician like his parents. He could have become a pilot like his mum wanted him to be. But his unique talent and craze for cricket outpowered them all. And here he stands as one of Chennai Super Kings and Sri Lanka's most promising young pacers.
Hi, I'm Matisha Patirana and this is my story.
The hill town of Kandy is Sri Lanka's second largest city after Colombo. It has produced quite a few cricketers, the most famous of them being the legendary Muthaiya Muralidharan and Kumar Sangakkara. Matisha Patirana was born in a family of musicians in Kandy. It was only natural that he too took up music as a kid before his skills with the cricket ball and bat took over.
Childhood he liked to be a star, singing star.
He did O-level exam, Western music. He got a
A pass. He's the best pianist. Teacher told him, "What's your voice? It's like boo boo boo." Right? The voice is not pitching well, or like that. But now it's flowing. Actually, if you request him to sing, he will show you.
Any 2 lines is good. Just look into the camera and then.
No, I think that's a bad idea.
My dream become a pilot.
That was my first ambition as a kid because if I be a pilot, I can travel around the world.
Well, he still travels around the world. Not as a pilot though.
If you study well, I give permission to play cricket. He never touched a book. Only play cricket.
That time, my mother realized I didn't do that much homework and I'm not focusing on my studies. So, yeah, that time my mother took my bat and burnt it. Yeah, still I can remember the scene and I cried a lot. And after that, I told it to my father and he also blamed to me.
ඒකට ඉතින් රීසන් එකකුත් උනා මොකද අර ස්ටඩි කරන්නේ නැහැ කියලා එයාගාව පොඩි බැට් එකක් තිබ්බා මම ගෙනත් දීලා තිබ්බ එක. ඒක මෙයා he burned that bat.
When I go to parents meeting, they complain to me that my son don't work at don't study well. He only
Look at the outside
sound
window
and ground.
Ground is very
always
close
stay
to
ground.
classroom. Every time Look at there.
I swear he's not a bad boy. Yeah, I swear. But also he's not an innocent boy as well, right?
Growing with two elder sisters, it's like a crime for a young brother. When I was a kid, they're trying to make me up, and they're trying to make up me, and I felt like I'm a lab rat for them. So yeah, anyways, I love that memory.
He's a very joker. Every time like this.
Yes.
He's, I don't know actually. Yeah, maget එක්ක එහෙම නෑ. Not with me.
Hang me. Come and I hang you like
Yes,
that. Hang
yes.
me. Yes. Yeah. He come and hang on me
One day,
like that. Yes.
One day he hang like this too. With the wall. See? No fight.
No.
The school Matisha went to, Ranabima Royal College, was not exactly known for cricket, with only one net for practice. In fact, Matisha started off playing baseball before he turned to cricket.
When I was 13, I started to play baseball. Because of my first school, they didn't allow to play cricket before the grade 7. So that time I chose to play baseball. So I was quite good in that, and yeah, I had lot of loving memories, and we was under 13 Central Province School champions as well. So I played baseball. Yeah, I love that game.
அந்த நேரத்தில் நாங்கள் ப்ராக்டிசஸ் நடக்கும் ஆஃப்டர் ஸ்கூல் 2க்கு பிறகு தான் நடக்கும். அப்போ அந்த டைமில் ஒரு சின்ன பாய் ஒருத்தர் வந்து அவங்களோட பேரண்ட்ஸ் வர வரைக்கும் வெயிட் பண்ணிக்கிட்டு இருப்பார் அந்த ஏரியாவில். அப்போ அந்த நேரத்தில் நான் ஒரு 2 வீக்ஸ் மாதிரி பார்த்தேன் அவர் அந்த இடத்துல வெயிட் பண்ணிக்கிட்டு இருப்பார் பேரண்ட்ஸ் வரக்குள்ள நம்மளோட ப்ராக்டிஸையும் அவர் பார்த்துக்கிட்டு இருப்பார். அப்போ நான் அந்த டைம் அவர்கிட்ட போய்ட்டு கேட்டேன், டு லைக் டு ஜாயின் வித் அஸ் ஃபார் த ப்ராக்டிஸ். அப்போ அவர் சொன்னார், ஓகே எனக்கும் ஆசை தான் அப்படின்னு வந்து ஜாயின் பண்ணார். அந்த நேரத்தில் வந்து நாங்கள் கிரேட் 8 தான் சாதாரணமாக எடுப்போம் கிரிக்கெட்டுக்கு. அவர் வந்து கிரேட் 6 இருந்தாலும் எனக்கு தோணுச்சு அவரோட கொஞ்சம் டைம் ஸ்பெண்ட் பண்ணி அவர்கிட்ட அந்த ஒரு ஆர்வம் ஒன்று கண்டேன். அவர் சொல்லலை, ஆனாலும் நான் அவர் அந்த 2 வீக்ஸ் பார்த்ததில் நான் புரிஞ்சுக்கிட்டேன் அவருக்கு வந்து ஒரு ஆர்வம் இருக்குது இந்த கிரிக்கெட்டை பற்றின்னு. அவர் வந்து அண்டர் 15 16 17 வரக்குள்ள அவர் வந்து ஒரு மொடல் ஆகிட்டார் இங்கே. அந்த ஸ்பீடுக்கும் அண்டர் 19 ஆகக்குள்ள அவர் ஃபுல் பேக்கப். அவரை பேட் பண்ணவே பயம், சில பேர் வரவும் மாட்டாங்க பேட் பண்ண வர. ஓப்பனிங் பேட்ஸ்மேன் வந்து வருவார் 6 down 7 down அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு பயம் ஒன்று காட்டிட்டாரு.
මම 2012 ආපුවම අවුරුද්දේ මේ රණවම රාජකීය විද්‍යාලයට පොඩි ළමයි ටිකක් ආවා. ඒකෙදි මම දැක්කා මතීෂ පතිරණව. මතීෂ එතකොටත් මේ විදියට ඉස්කාරාම් බෝල් කරනවා. එතකොට ඒ අවස්ථාවේදී ලසිත් මාලිංග කරලියට ඇවිත් හිටපු හින්දා මම ඒ ගැන ටිකක් උනන්දු වුණා. නන්දලා ඉතින් මතීෂගේ ඇක්ෂන් එකකත් වෙනස් කරන්නේ නැතුව ඒ යන සම්ප්‍රදාන එයාට පුළුවන් විදියට බෝල් කරන්න මම අවස්ථාව සලසලා දුන්නා.
Naturally my arm came like that. So and also the lot of people told me, yeah, your action is pretty similar to the legend Lasit Malinga, so why don't you try to bowl like that? So that's that kind of thought. So
මේ ඇක්ෂන් එක නැචරල් ඇක්ෂන් එකක්. ඉතින් නැචරල් ඇක්ෂන් එකක් චේන්ජ් කරන්න අවශ්‍යතාවයක් නැහැ. එයා ඒක හරියට බෝල් කරනවා නම් අපි නැචරල් ඇක්ෂන් එක වෙනස් කරන්න ඕනේ. සමහරක් විට නැචරල් ඇක්ෂන් එක වෙනස් කරලා නම් අද මතීෂ පතිරණ කෙනෙක් ගැන අපිට කතා කරන්න වෙන්නේ නැහැ. ඒකින්ද මම කිසිම වෙලාවක දැනටත් ප්ලේ කෙනෙක්ගේ නැචරල් තියෙන දේවල් මම වෙනස් කරන්න යන්නේ නැහැ. මොකද ඒක එයාගේ නැචරල් ආපු දෙයක් හින්දා.
Yeah, when I was 13, so in my second year, second year in 13 under 13s, I played as an opening batsman. So that time I was not good bowler, so I tried to bat. So I did pretty well at that time, and I'm missing my batting skills.
ரோல் மாடல்னு இருக்கணும். இப்போ ஒரு ஸ்கூல்னு வச்சா நாங்கள் இங்கே கிரிக்கெட் விளாண்டோம்னா எங்களுக்கு வந்து அடுத்த லெவலுக்கு போகலான்னு ஒரு ட்ரஸ்ட் ஒன்று இருக்கணும். இப்போ எங்களோட காலத்தில் வந்து அந்த ட்ரஸ்ட் இல்லை. ஏன்னா நாங்கள் ப்ளே பண்ணோம், ஆனால் எங்களுக்கு அந்த பிளாட்ஃபார்ம் கிடைக்கல. ஆனால் மத்திஷ ஒரு லெவலுக்கு போன பிறகு அடுத்த ஜென்ரேஷனுக்கு வந்து ட்ரஸ்ட் ஒன்று இருக்குது. அவர் போனால் எங்களுக்கும் போக முடியும். அந்த ட்ரஸ்ட்டை அவர் பில்ட் பண்ணிட்டு போயிட்டார்.
It was now time to take bigger steps in his career. Matisha's talent could no longer be caged. Word spread and he was in demand. Not just in Kandy and not just by ordinary people. But by a certain Sri Lankan legend named Chamindavas, who wanted him in Colombo.
Chamindavas was the fast bowling coach at that time for the under 19s, I believe, and he saw the potential in this kid, and he knew that he had to have better, opportunities to, move forward. And so when we heard about the school in Kandy and Vasi trying to take him to Colombo, we jumped on it. So that's where we kind of brought him here, showed the facilities, showed the infrastructure, and showed the opportunities he could have with this kind of infrastructure, as well as a school of our repute, because Trinity is a 150-year-old school.
Chamindavas asked from our son, his keep better. One day we agreed to him, okay, it's okay, I give this son for you, you keep better. And Chamindavas gave to us lunch also at the Kettara.
Now Trinity College is like probably the most expensive private school in Sri Lanka. It has a history of producing some fine sportsmen. Sri Lanka's first ever Olympic medal was won by Duncan White in 1948. And he's from Trinity College. Then obviously, you got guys like Ravi Ratnayaka, Kumar Sangakkara, Ranjan Madugala. So, it's produced quite a number of famous cricketers. So, it was a huge break for Matisha getting a scholarship at Trinity.
So Matisha came along, exceptional, pure raw talent. But he was all over the park, during the tryouts. But we saw how good he was. We saw the potential in him. First game he played on the turf wicket, the first 11 game, he got 6 wickets. And we record we record each game. And then the guy who's handling our social media, Anfal Hanafi, he's a crazy cricket fanatic just like you, right? So he immediately uploaded the videos. And that just, the videos of him getting those 6 wickets. And that just went viral. And that's when Matisha got picked up by the national circuit as well.
So that time, after my videos getting viral, my Instagram followers got up, and so I love that moment.
Then the next phase was where he got picked up for the Sri Lanka under 19s in January 2020 for the Youth World Cup. Of course, the first World Cup didn't go well for him, but he learned so much from that little experience that he had. And of course, as you know, there are so many critics as well. criticizing to, high heaven why he was chosen, because he wasn't at his best. But little did they realize the potential in this kid. Absolutely underrated potential. That's when anybody who saw him the first time, they would at a snap of a finger dismissed him, saying, what's this crap, technically, what is this, right? Or trying to be a wannabe Malinga.
Bowling like Malinga is like nothing new. A lot of guys have tried it, but not many have succeeded. So school cricket in Sri Lanka is big. My colleague at my newspaper, Remus Fernando, who does school cricket, he told me, that this guy is special, you got to take a look at him. So I just told him, look, there are heaps of guys who are bowling like Malinga, and it's nothing new, nothing special. Then he said, no, this guy, he's got something about him. That's why, he got picked by Trinity. Sri Lankan cricket groomed him and fast-tracked him.
So because of his, I would say, unusual action, and then also when foreign teams come to Sri Lanka to play matches in Kandy at Pallakele, the Central Province cricket, they organize the net bowlers. So to give Matisha exposure, they got Matisha to bowl in the nets. And suddenly this particular team liked the guy because they wanted to use him to prepare for Lasith Malinga. And then Sri Lanka cricket realized that they are trying to, they are feeding into these guys, the teams that came here, and they immediately pulled out the meal so that they would not get a taste of it anymore.
I don't think he was known at under 13 level, under 15 level, or under 17 level. Suddenly, when he comes to under 19, that's when everyone sort of started talking about him, and obviously he went on that World Cup and made a mark for him. And since then, he has not looked back. Obviously, before he made his Sri Lanka debut, he played for the franchise CSK.
And thus began the most important journey in Matisha Pathirana's cricketing life. Chennai Super Kings.
CSK roped him in. It was like a miracle, but it wasn't a surprise, to be very honest, because we saw it coming, and it came earlier than we thought. And he went to the correct franchisee, correct set of people, and the perfect environment, headed by MSD, the legend.
No words about Dhoni. Really good. No? Matisha, how expect to father? Like that, respect to Dhoni. I want to remember that.
In Sri Lanka, he's my father. You, and there, you are my father.
Yes.
Second
Dhoni is my father. Yes.
நம்ம லக்ஷ்மி நாராயணன் தான், அவர் தான் நம்ம வீடியோ அனலிஸ்ட். ப்ளஸ் he is also in charge of the talent scouting. So he was looking at Pathirana in the T10 tournament in Abu Dhabi. Once he identified him, he said that we should get him for the nets of CSK nets. So we tried, we could not get the approval from the Sri Lankan board, but finally we were able to get him. So having seen, MS had not seen Pathirana at all. Having seen him in the nets, he felt that yes, he has the potential.
I've been very close with Lakshmi, the analyst of CSK. So he did not take more than 10 minutes to say yes to Pathi. I don't know for what particular reason. I've just shared a couple of videos with Lakshmi, and he has decided that okay, this is going to be a future investment. I'm sure the management of CSK, MSD, everybody was behind that, but the communication came to me through Lakshmi, and they wanted him as a net bowler.
Wow, I was like, wow, what's this? What's the world happening? So firstly I told it to my mother, and she was like, hey, wow, what's going to happen? And she hugged me, and also, we were on the bus, so I don't know what to do. That time I was schooling, so I wants to get permission from my school before I leave in there.
ඊට පස්සේ ඉතින් අපි හිතුවේවත් නැති දෙයක් වුණා. මහිස් තීක්ෂණ මං ඒ වෙනකොට එහෙ IPL වල හිටියා. ඊට පස්සේ එයා මෙයාගේ වීඩියෝ එකක් ඉල්ලලා තිබ්බා. ඉක්මනින් වීඩියෝ එකක් එවන්න මතීෂ මෙහෙ පොඩි රීප්ලේස් එකක් තියෙනවා කියලා. ඊට පස්සේ මතීෂ ටග් ගාලා වීඩියෝ එකක් යවුවා. මැසේජ් එකක් ආවා කෝකටත් රෙඩි වෙලා ඉන්න IPL එකේ පොඩ්ඩක් ඔයාව බලනවා යන්න රෙඩි වෙලා ඉන්න කියලා. ඊට පස්සේ මමයි පුතයි මේ කොළඹ ගිහිල්ලා අපි කොළඹ ගිහිල්ලා ඒ ඉන්දියන් වීසා හදාගෙන රෙඩි කරගෙන බස් එකේ එනකොට පුතා මට කිව්වා අම්මි මාව රීප්ලේස් එකට දාලා කියලා. එතකොට ඇඩම් නිව්සීලන්ඩ් ප්ලේයර් ඇඩම් මිල්නේ ඉන්ජර් වෙලා හිටියා. ඊට පස්සේ දැන් ඒ අපි ගෙදර එනකොටම එයා රීප්ලේස්මන්ට් එකට සිලෙක්ට් වෙලා තිබුණා. ඒ අවස්ථාව ඉතින් කියන්න බෑ. ඒක වාර ගෙදර එනකන් අපිට හදිස්සි හරිම සතුටුයි. එතකොට යා නැෂනල් ශ්‍රී ලංකා ගහලා හිටියේ නෑ. IPL කරේ අන්කැප් ප්ලේයර් කෙනෙක් විදිහට. ඒක මාරම සතුටුයි. ඒක තමයි සතුටු වෙච්ච මම නම් ක්‍රිකට් වෙනුවෙන් සතුටු වෙච්ච ගොඩක් සතුටු වෙච්ච පළවෙනිම වතාව. ඒ මැසේජ් එක එනකොට මම ළඟ හිටියා. ඒක මට තාමත් මතකයි.
Excite.
It's a big dream.
Lovely. Better than pilot.
Yes. Yes.
Not too long ago, Matisha's family had declined an offer from Chamindavas so that he can stay with them in Kandy. To them, Matisha was still a kid. He needed protection and guidance, especially in a foreign country and in a big league. He got those through a beautiful relationship with Mahendra Singh Dhoni.
Hi, yes, how are you? Welcome. All good? Nice. Your brother is not here, or is he? It's good to have you. Please enjoy everything we have done.
MS Dhoni likes my father because of the support and the mentorship and the guidance he given me when I'm CSK. So it's very similar to what my father doing in my home. So that's why I consider the MS Dhoni likes my father, cricketing father. I think still I have that video. The time I got meet Mahibai, so I went him and shake hand with him. So he told me, "Hi Malli, how are you?" So that was so good, and it's very familiar to me because when we are in Sri Lanka, Malli means the younger brother. So that kind of legends call me Malli. Yeah. Wow, this is so good. So yeah, that's so good.
Don't be afraid.
Afraid.
I'll see.
I with him.
I with him.
Don't be worried.
Told me.
Yes.
You don't be worried. Don't be
With
afraid.
your son, about your son.
I'll keep him.
Dhoni touch has helped him immensely. That's off to him. Dhoni is like groomed so many Indian cricketers, and in Sri Lanka we thank him for grooming Patrina as well. And I think he's passed on some advice as well to people back in Sri Lanka as to how to go about things with Patrina. And I think they're carefully following him as well. If you take, the moments when MS Dhoni brings him on to bowl, and he's been devastating, winning several games in those crucial moments. So I'm sure, with those input, the locals can get the same results for Sri Lanka as well.
Like most good partnerships, the Matisha CSK bonding was mutual. Matisha has played a key role in many victories, including Chennai Super Kings winning IPL 2023. Here's a stunning trivia. Matisha Patirana is the first fast bowler to be retained by Chennai Super Kings ahead of a mega auction. Says it all, doesn't it?
It was a dream come true, to be very honest, but it was a very difficult dream to cope up with because we always wanted to stay at CSK. He is very clear with his thinking. He wants to stay at CSK, but trust me, like, we have received a couple of calls asking us to put him into the auction. So, but we took a conscious decision after negotiating with the CSK management to stick to where we belong.
See, basically we knew that we will not be able to get a bowler of that quality in the auction. And we also knew that if he goes into the auction, he will be going for a very high price and we may not be able to get him at that price. So that was the only decision which we could take. And we were happy that we retained him.
Off the field, Matisha is a fan favorite, especially for his charming smile.
He loves every girl. Only loves on no fans about fans fan girls. Don't cut it. No, he like to
Girls like to him.
Yes.
Yes.
He also
like this
yes,
his
sisters. So
CSK fans also there are many lot of girls, no?
Yes.
Yeah. Like that. Sri Lanka also same.
Yeah.
I'm getting some messages to pass him. Please pass this. I want to speak. Please, can I have a chance to speak with him? Just if you can do me a favor, please send this and ask for a reply like that. But no need to say that. That's it.
There's some interesting story there.
No, yeah, there are some, but we'll stop for now.
Okay.
No problems. We know about Matisha. He will select a good thing, a nice thing. We have no problem.
I have a separate cupboard which is allocated for love letters received by Matisha. So it all comes to my address basically. So because details are mentioned, like we have given my address as Matisha, so I can give it to him once he's done with his cricketing career.
Yeah, when I'm back in Sri Lanka, so I have to stay in Colombo for the practices and other stuff. So when I'm back in Colombo, my mother don't allow me to stay alone in Colombo. Yeah, I think that's because not only the fangirls and other stuff. Actually, maybe they want me to be safe. So that's why if mother's not, there will be father. So, and also now I'm 22, but still, if I don't have any specific thing after 8 p.m, I want to be home before 8. So when I'm in Colombo, so that's how they are caring of me. So yeah, I love the way they are caring of me.
Jokes apart, Matisha is not the one to get carried away. He knows he's young and is only just getting started.
With his action, with the effort that he put in, he tend to get injuries. Nothing to hide there. So we made a conscious effort to minimize the injuries and play maximum number of years. So in order to do that, we have hired a javelin thrower. This is very unique. This is the very first time that we are exposing this also. So a javelin thrower, because we have seen a lot of similarities between a javelin thrower and Matisha. Playing for Sri Lanka, wearing the jersey with the national flag is almost, it's the utmost, pinnacle of any player. So nothing is different with Matisha also. He always wants to, not only to represent Sri Lanka, he always wants to win games for Sri Lanka. He always wants to be in the top 3 bowlers in T20s and one days. Don't be surprised if he walks into the national test setup very soon. He's planning something big.
Lasith Malinga is one of one. Should not even, say baby Malinga whatever, because Lasith is one of one. Matisha is also will be that one of one the way he's, progressing.
Seen so many young guys with immense talent just throw it away. But Patirana's case is quite different because he's coming from a middle class family. He's such a cool kid, when he walks in for press conferences, there's no airs about him, and smiles and speaks with everyone. And in Dambulla, when you are the man of the match, and when you have to come for the press conference, you got to come through all those fans. So his press conferences, for him to reach the press conference room, it takes ages because all the fans want to, take selfies, and so he's just a cool kid, spends a lot of time with the fans, and roams around the streets of Kandy when he's in town.
I'm really happy to be his sister. When someone called that you're Matisha's sister, feel like over the sky. All of those things because of him, and like that I would say whenever he's අපි කියමු එයා ලෝක වීරයා වෙලා ගෙදර ආවත් එයා අපිට අපේ මල්ලි තමයි like that. කියන්නේ එයා කොහෙ ගිහිල්ලා ආවත් he's just a kid for me.
එයා එච්චර ගොඩාක් ලොකු තැනකට එයා දැන් ගිහිල්ලා තියෙන තැන මට නම් ගොඩක් ලොකුයි. ඒ වගේ තැනකට යයි කියලා මම කවදාවත් හිතුවේ නෑ. හරියට නිහතමා එයා කාගේවත් හිත රිදවන්නේ නැතුව එයා ඒ යන ගමන ගැන මට කියන්න වචන නෑ. ඒ කියන්නේ no words to say that. ආඩම්බරයි. සතුටුයි.
Actually, I don't want to say this to media, but I'll say it. I miss them a lot, and the way we enjoyed when we are home, and the way as a family we enjoyed our Friday nights. That was so nice. So I miss that. So, but nothing to do. So anyway, and I have a small request for my first sister. So make sure to, so when you are coming back to Sri Lanka, please make sure to be that time I will be home. So otherwise I will be miss you again. So anyway, I love my sisters, and when I'm talking about that, I'm getting emotional. I don't want to be.
From a single net in Kandy to travelling across the globe, bowling toe-crushing Yorkers and charming fans with his inimitable smile. It's been quite a journey for Matisha already. And the best part, he's just 22. A world of opportunities await.
AsianMirror.lk